you know we changing the sound of hip hop right now. You know, coming from the South, it's always been mandatory. Your first single be crunk, buck, jump, scream loud, lot of ad libs, and you know I'm changing that because it don't gotta be that way. You know, it could be super high where it's just that vibe where, you know, it's a player vibe. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's some feel-good music. It's top down in this game. And like when I tell everybody self-made, I meant like nobody put me on, nobody just gave me the extra hand. I thank everybody that did assist me, but I never had a Dr. Dre beat. I never had a Pharrell beat. I've never had a Timberland beat, and that's still to this day. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I built it from the ground up with new producers like The Runners, like Justice League, like the Olympics, you know, the Transformers, and I really pride myself on that. I pride myself on my beats sometimes being $3,500. I pride myself on that. I really look at myself as a real street hustler. I really find myself as somebody that's really hands-on with the music, because I could easily call any producer, you know, but I really get out here and really, you know, get my nails dirty, and that's the good part about, you already know, first and foremost, I love the history of Memphis. You know, just going back, of course, to A-Ball and JG. You know, the musical background, man, is so rich. You know, Jazzy Faye from out here. Absolutely. You know, I collaborated with him early in my career. And you know, my family grew up right here in Clarksdale, Mississippi. You know, 45 minutes down Highway 61. So I was always in Memphis as a youngster. I love the soul food. You know, I love the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I the ones that don't wait for every 3 months for a new album. I make music for people that really want to get up and hear, you know, something new. You know what I'm saying? That's really into the sport of hip hop, not the slow pace, but the sport, because it's a sport when it's that fast pace that I do. You know, I love to listen to 3, 4 different albums in a day. I love to know what's new, what's hot. Play it one time, you know, even if I'm not a fan of a certain artist, I want to hear the first 2 minutes of the song just because I love music.